Hello? Fucking shit. Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
I'm Tom.
And we're back here with Avatar, The Last Airbender, Episode 4. Last time we went to the Air Temple, Tom.
Yes.
And it was a sad deal.
It was, Aang kind of figures out that the Fire Nation had been there, and there was this kind of, it appears to be a bloody battle.
There's all these dead bodies, people he recognized. One particular master, I can't remember his name, the guy with the metal around.
Yeah.
I think it's the guy who was baking the cakes.
Yeah.
And we also got to see a little bit behind the curtain at the Fire Nation with like the ambition and the hate and the fear.
And it seems very Empire-esque off of Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, they are an evil empire trying to spread and take over these other nations. Well, I mean, they wiped out, seemingly, the Air Nation. We also found out that there is a order in which the Avatar manifests itself, and it's air, water, earth, fire, Master Roku being the last Avatar.
Right.
But he knew Roku's name, and there's more to that. He seemingly, if you can imagine, you reincarnate, you probably possess something of your former lives.
Right.
After he activated his Avatar spirit form, the other statues lit up.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if that happened before, and no one saw it, because that's the third time he's activated the form to us, or at least maybe the second time.
Yeah, watching the episode, I kind of got that impression was that, okay, this is probably what happens every time he does that, but like you said, no one was there to see it. So
yeah, but now the rest of the world knows that the Avatar is back, and we're going to jump in now. If I was watching this as a young kid, it would have been a hell of a show.
it would have, I feel, though, that
I love that
some of this would have been lost on like a 10-year-old or 12-year-old watching this show. How could they pick up the subtle nuances of, you know what I mean?
I think kids are smarter than people think, and that's what they thought when they wrote this show. They created some nuance, and there's some depth. You'll find out as you go on, some of the themes are pretty dark.
The only reason you should be interrupting me is if you have news about the Avatar.
Well, there is news, Principal, but you might not like it.
I'm sure I can take it.
Okay, then. We have no idea where he is.
What? How am I gonna find him, Uncle? He is clearly a master of evasive maneuvering.
You have no idea where you're going, do you?
Well, I know it's near water. Hey, Katara, check out this airbending trick. Great, eh? You didn't even look.
That's great.
But I'm not doing it now.
Stop bugging her, Airhead. You need to give girls space when they do their sewing.
Ara, please! Relax, Sokka. Where we're going, you won't need any pants.
We just made a pit stop yesterday. Shouldn't we get a little more flying done before we camp out?
He's right. At this rate, we won't get to the North Pole until spring.
But Appa's tired already.
Nope. Hard to argue with the 10-ton magical monster.
Look!
Look at that damn thing.
Is he not affected by water that would potentially give someone else hypothermia?
Well, he's a powerful kid, so yeah.
Oh man.
Trying to press her.
Yep.
Always a bigger fish.
What's wrong?
Aang's in trouble. Aang!
Get out of there!
You know that?
Jeez.
What a terrible world.
Yeah, that's awful. Ugh.
That was so close to shore for how big it was.
What was that thing?
I don't know.
Well, let's not stick around to find out. Time to hit the road.
It's kind of weird that they were able to get the drop on Aang like that.
That's some skill, man.
Don't answer all.
Show yourselves, cowards! Who are you?
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Wait a second, there's no way a bunch of girls took us down.
A bunch of girls, huh? The Unagi's gonna eat well tonight.
I wanted to ride the elephant koi.
How do we know you're not Fire Nation spies?
And we intend to keep it that way.
This island is named for Kyoshi? I know Kyoshi.
400 years ago.
She's been dead for centuries.
I know her because I'm the Avatar.
Years ago. That's me.
Throw the imposter to the unagi.
She's gonna kill these children, you know.
Hang, do some airbending.
Oh, the Avatar.
Now, check this out.
What was that?
The Avatar's on Kyoshi Island? Uncle, ready the rhinos. He's not getting away from me this time.
Are you going to finish that?
Seems like a really like relaxing, quaint little village.
Yeah.
You know.
These people sure know how to train an avatar.
I'm hungry.
But you're always hungry.
He's just upset because a bunch of girls kicked his butt yesterday.
They snuck up on me. Show them there too. I'm not scared of any girls. Who do they think they are anyway? This is tasty.
It's great here. They're giving us the royal treatment.
Hey, don't get too comfortable. It's risky for us to stay in one place for very long.
Did you see how happy I'm making this town? They're even cleaning up that statue in my honor.
Well, it's nice to see you excited about being the Avatar. I just hope it doesn't all go to your head.
Come on, you know me better than that. I'm just a simple mom.
Painting the Avatar. That's easy enough. Oh, there's another one.
I detect a little hint of jealousy.
No?
Sorry, ladies. Didn't mean to interrupt your dance lesson. I was just looking for somewhere to get a little workout.
Well, you're in the right place.
Well, I'll make an exception.
I should hope so. A big, strong man like you, we wouldn't stand a chance.
True, but don't feel bad. After all, I'm the best warrior in my village. Oh, well, ain't I?
Come on, girls. Wouldn't you like him to show us some moves?
Well, if that's what you want, I'd be happy to. Now, this may be a little tough, but try to block me. Good. Of course, I was going easy on you.
Of course.
Let's see if you can handle this. That does it.
Spank him.
Anything else you want to teach us? Oh, good. Can you
Eggplant.
help me carry this back to the room? It's a little heavy.
Actually, I can't right now.
What do you mean you can't?
I promised the girls.
Aren't tomatoes and eggplants food from the New World?
It'll be fun.
Watching you show off for a bunch of girls does not sound like fun.
Well, neither does carrying your basket.
It's not my basket. These supplies are for our trip.
This place. What's taking you so long, Angie?
Angie.
Just a second, Coco. Simple monk, huh?
I thought you promised me this Avatar stuff wouldn't go to your head.
It didn't. You know what I think? You just don't want to come because you're jealous.
Jealous? Of what?
Jealous that we're having so much fun without you.
That's
What?
He's just being cringy, man.
Hey, Suki.
Spit it out. What do you want?
I would be honored if you would teach me.
Even if I'm a girl?
I'm sorry if I insulted you earlier. I was wrong. Do I really have to wear this? It feels a little girly.
It's a warrior's uniform. You should be proud.
Bravery and honor.
Hey, Sokka. Nice dress. Katara, remember how the Unagi almost got me yesterday?
Yeah?
Well, I'm gonna go ride it now. It's gonna be real dangerous.
Have fun.
I will.
Great.
I know it's great.
Oh, I'm glad you know.
I'm glad you're glad.
Good.
Fine.
It's not about strength. Our technique is about using your opponent's force against them. Loosen up. Think of the fan as an extension of your arm. I fell on purpose to make you feel better.
I got you. Admit I got you.
Okay, it was a lucky shot.
Katara, you showed up.
I wanted to make sure you were safe. You really had me worried.
Back there, you acted like you didn't care.
I'm sorry.
He survived
On my way.
being an ice cube.
True.
That's some eerie music, isn't it?
I don't like big giant things inside the water. Like whales creep me out.
Yeah. I figured that'd be in just so much deeper water.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Why would he care about him? So little. Compared to him, you know?
You're like a... Ugh.
Fucking shit. And the ship is like a rhino too.
Those rhinos remind me of the ones off of
300?
Yeah.
I love that movie, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Tara.
Not bad.
Firebenders have landed on our shores. Girls, come quickly.
And everywhere they go, it's never really
Come out,
going to be
Avatar.
safe for any
You
of
can't
these
hide
people,
from me forever.
Yeah, I know. I think that's part of the show as well, is like, well, you know, do we endanger these people by even talking to them?
This also has like a Western type feel to it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, just think of like, obviously much deeper, but Jews during the Holocaust. Would you take one in and you yourself get in trouble? You know what I mean? Look at that. So she doesn't even have any airbending, you know, or any kind of bending powers.
Right.
He's definitely good.
Nice try, Avatar. But these little girls can't save you. Finally.
I know. Yes. Look at that village now.
Yeah.
Like New Matamoros. Yeah, right? So, unfortunate.
It's not your fault.
Yes, it is. These people got their town destroyed trying to protect me.
Then let's get out of here. Zuko will leave Kyoshi to follow us.
I'll call Appa.
Those guys are just...
Ting!
Those henchmen soldiers are... They're kind of dumb. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm a girl, too.
Dude, when I be leaving a girl, I always try to get more than that.
Come on, baby, I ain't gonna see you for a while. Give me something good, you know.
Back in the day. Hey, they're 12, so probably not back then.
Back to the ship! Don't lose sight of them!
Zuko would have destroyed the whole place if we stayed. They're gonna be okay, Aang.
You leave without saying goodbye, and it just...
Yeah.
You just fucking left us. He's got beast tame like Anakin.
God, these long tentacle things like a catfish.
Yeah. So,
I know.
Quick fix.
I know. That was stupid and dangerous.
Yes, it was.
Not crush, man.
yep. So do you remember being young and trying to impress a particular girl?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like before we got to high school and we knew what the hell we were doing.
Yeah.
Back then when you overexert yourself, when you, obviously we thought always the best way is to do that, right?
Right.
When I was young, my first crush went on for years, and I was just a fucking idiot, dude.
Well, even like something as stupid as like intramural sports in school, you know, they'd be watching or something, and you really try, if you're playing like kickball or something, like you try to make that impossible throw all the way across the gym to try to get the person out, and you know, and it's just like you said, overexerting yourself, going above and beyond, and then you end up looking stupid.
In this particular case, because virtue of his position of being Avatar, he kind of let the celebrity status get to him a little bit. You know, in the end, him and Katara really care about each other, and you're obviously right. There is that crush there, I think, between them.
I feel like there was a little lesson taught there for kids too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
don't be a jerk. Don't show off.
Don't let your talents go to your head. And
remember who your real friends are.
Change who you are. And,
yes.
You know.
Yes. So Kyoshi Island they named the island after one of the avatars 300 years prior. She's been dead for a while, but like if you saw the way her statue looks, the fighting style of I can't remember their name, but these young women who honor and tribute her by developing a fighting style and the look of their armor and the makeup, it's a tribute to her.
What I was wondering was when they first get captured on the island and they say, oh, you know, we've managed to avoid the war for, you know, X number of time. So my question is, like, how? Like, I've almost view this as, like, kind of like the United States Civil War. Like, whether you really wanted to be involved or not, or regardless of whether you're with the North or the South, like, pretty much everyone got sucked in some capacity. Well, that's for a different conversation.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got sucked into some capacity. Like, you couldn't avoid the Civil War. Like, you know...
Yeah. So
I just wonder how they were able
I think it's because the Fire Nation is waging war against everyone. I think everyone is just fighting back or trying to stay out of it. And I think Kyoshi Village is just a village that is small enough and doesn't have the resources or anything worth trying to conquer. We had another moment of Sokka sexism. It's just kind of funny, and I'm always questioning because of the way society is structured with these powers. Anyone can have them, man or woman.
Right.
Like how that would, you know, I guess how that would have such a grip on him. I mean, I understand he was supposed to be the man of the village. Father went away, made a promise to take care of Katara.
It seems like he's, like, over the top about it.
Well, he certainly is. It's a cartoon. I think it's just one of those things to where they need to demonstrate his over-the-top sexism to highlight the fact that it's not a good thing for children. But right. He's also, at the same time, he's humble, and he realized he was wrong. He apologized, and he was willing to open his mind and learn this new fighting style, and he was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the idea of big things in water killing me.
I'm terrified of whales. Like the blue whales and killer whales. Like, they will literally just hunt great whites, you know?
Yeah, they do. And like, I saw this video of them hunting, like 3 or 4 of them, like chasing this baby shark for like 30 minutes. And they're just slowly gaining on him. Like, I was like, this is terrible. I liked how Katara used water bending to save Aang.
Yeah. And
she used using force to propel away from that big, I think you said, it's like a type of sushi. If you can imagine, if you stretch your mind, like, what all can you use? Like, what all can you do with that power? Because
I guess for her, as long as water's involved.
Yeah.
You know, like if your body's 70% water or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, can you use? You know, if you were powerful enough.
That's a good question.
I've noticed there's been a couple times when Aang has been fighting, and he's been in a position where he could potentially give a fatal strike.
Yep.
And end a fight permanently.
Yeah.
And he chooses to run and not continue to engage.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a specific reason for that, if it's just because of his kind-hearted nature. I don't know if it's because he's young, he's a kid, and he would rather avoid fighting if he can.
Yeah.
But I've just noticed that there have been multiple times he chose to just flee.
No, you're right. So those things and you're paying attention to the right things in terms of how they'll develop these characters. So that being said, Zuko versus Aang, I guess round 2, I think. You know, Aang has shown that he's pretty formidable.
Yeah.
And but he was fleeing the village, but he decided to also, and I thought it was a nice, neat little fix for the show. But it's weird how he didn't do it earlier, or didn't have like a way to do it earlier. He got on that unagi and was able to somehow connect with it to use its water.
Like a giant water hose.
Like, on the town. So, thank you, Avatar, and then it ends. It's like, aw, yay, you know.
I like when the Fire Nation lands and they're, like, going through the village looking for him. It, like I told you before, it had, like, a kind of like a Wild Western type feel. Like, it's like, looks like an abandoned village. Mm-hmm. There's no one around. Everyone's inside hiding, and the bad guys are, like, slowly making their way through the middle of town. There's, like, one main street in the middle of town.
Yeah, everyone's, like, looking out their window.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, there are some of those scenes here. Ha! You're at the end card. Guys, thank you so much for watching this reaction. If you like us, you want to support us, check out our merch. Check out that shirt. We have stickers as well. And also, make sure you go to our Patreon. You can see the next 2 weeks right now. You can also see our full length. Go there. Or be square. That was stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright.